Local coverage. You're watching WISN 12 News at 11 a.m.
A police chase ends in a bad rollover crash. One person is dead, 2 others are badly hurt. An update on what led to that chase in the first place. And a sausage factory expansion. Clements breaking ground on a new addition today. Plus, the first game at Fiserv Forum is tonight. We've got a preview of what fans can expect when the Bucks take to the court. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 12 News at 11. I'm Melinda Davenport. We start with a police chase that ended in a deadly crash. 12 News' Hillary Mintz live at 21st and National in Milwaukee. Good morning, Hillary.
Good morning, Melinda. A 19-year-old who was trying to get away from officers lost control, crashed into several parked cars right here. You can see a lot of glass and debris still on the ground here, and also a memorial for that teenager. Now, there was not much left of the vehicle he was driving. You can see it was a horrific crash overnight, and police say it was just before 11:30 that officers trying to pull the driver over near 12th and Burnham. The 19-year-old sped off. About 15 minutes later, he lost control and hit 2 parked cars near 21st and National.
It sounded like 2 buildings collided together, and then we jumped up and looked out the window because I forgot where I parked my truck, and it was just a big mess.
Now, there were 3 people inside the car. They were trapped. Firefighters had to cut the door off to get to them. A 20-year-old man and 22-year-old woman were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The 19-year-old driver, he died here at the scene. And we talked with a neighbor out here who, one of the vehicles the suspect crashed into was completely destroyed. He actually came out here and set out something here, this cross here at the memorial. So devastated that his truck was destroyed, but a little bit more upset over the loss of life as a result of this police chase and crash. For now, we're live on the south side, 21st and National. I'm Hillary Mintz, WISN 12 News.
All right, Hillary, thanks for that live update. Now to a fast food protest. 12 News Eden Checkle live on Milwaukee's north side, where in just minutes workers are preparing to protest for higher wages. Eden.
Hi, Melinda. I'm on North Avenue, just outside of the Checkers here. It is quiet now, but that will not be the case in about 30 minutes. Dozens of protesters are expected to go on strike here, demanding for a minimum wage of $15 an hour and to have the right to unionize. And they're not just focusing on places like Checkers here. They're also specifically asking to have unions at places like McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, and of course other major employers as well. The organization Fight for 15 is holding strikes all across the country. Now, earlier this week, about 1,000 fast food employees protested in Detroit and Flint, Michigan. And organizers are also planning on kicking off a new campaign to encourage people to vote in the 2018 midterm elections. They want to choose candidates who support that $15 an hour minimum wage and the ability to unionize as well. And that strike is expected to start here at 11:30. So we'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Melinda?
On the heels of Amazon raising its minimum wage to $15. Eden Checkle reporting live for us. Thank you. Now let's check in with meteorologist Sally Severson. And picturesque. Let's go outside, Sal.
Doesn't it look like I could just, put my hand in and splash around a little bit?
Yes.
Take a look at this. Yes, we've got a live camera right along the lake at this hour and taking a look. Absolutely beautiful. 75 degrees. I had the good fortune to step outside for just a short while this morning. We do have a little bit of hazy sun, sort of a mix of sun and clouds, and you can see some blue sky through the cloud deck and the south breezes on the flags. South winds and 75 degrees at this hour. Now, we still have pretty high dew point. Temperatures are in the mid-60s and mid to upper 60s for your dews. And we do have this sort of broken cloud deck over the east, a little bit thicker clouds showing up in the western part of the state. Showers and a few storms are firing near a warm front that will continue to lift north. And with it, partly to mostly cloudy and breezy this afternoon, close to 80. Melinda, we're going to time a few storms for tonight and take a look at our severe chances in just a moment.
All right, looking forward to that. Sal, thank you. Well, Clement Sausage about to break ground on a huge expansion project. 12 News' Sheldon Dutez is live there now. And Sheldon, what's the details on all of this?
All right, Melinda, this is where the sausage is made. This is where the sausage is sold. I want to show you what's happening right now. You can see that the workers here at Clement are getting ready for the visitors that will be here, all the dignitaries. You can see the welcome table over here. And then walk with me over this way. I want to show you what's happening under the tent. The tent is set up. You can see all of the shovels ready for those crews to break ground on this expansion in less than an hour from now, right at 12 noon. Now, Clement says that it's had more demand for its products and that the company is expanding to meet that growing need. So they are hoping that this expansion project will also strengthen their ties to the Milwaukee area. Now, the sausage company is headquartered right here at First and Chase in Milwaukee, and the expansion, we're waiting to find out exactly what that would include. They're going to reveal some of those details a little bit later today after the ceremony. But several dignitaries will be here, including Governor Walker and Mayor Barrett, for today's groundbreaking. And again, you can see that the tent is ready for that ceremony. The podium speaker, everything at the ready for all of those dignitaries who will arrive here for that expansion. I tried to find out when all of the work and construction would be completed, Melinda, but Clement says that they won't announce that until after the dedication and ceremony groundbreaking today. So we'll have to find out how long it'll be before this expands a little bit bigger. Reporting live here in Milwaukee, I'm Sheldon Dutez, WISN 12 News.
All right, Sheldon, glad you're asking the questions. We'll have to just wait and see. Thank you. Well, the dumping of Kelly Dwyer's body is the focus this morning in the sex death trial of Chris Zacco. That's where we find 12 News reporter Nick Bohr at the courthouse live for us. Nick, what's the latest?
Melinda, a cold case detective just got off the stand here talking about Chris Zacco's movements and the fact there's no GPS proof of where he went the day after Kelly Dwyer disappeared, but he testified there was time to dump her body. The 27-year-old Dwyer, of course, disappeared in October of 2013, last seen on a surveillance image with Chris Zacco at his East Side apartment building. She was never seen leaving. Prosecutors say he killed Dwyer during risky sexual behavior, then drove to Jefferson County to dump the body, where it was found a year and a half later. Today, police tried to retrace his trip to Dane County and back. Zacco says it was to buy cheese for his girlfriend's parents. Police believe the cheese purchase was to establish an alibi as he dumped the body.
It would be possible to go to Lake Windsor, purchase a cheese, stop at the North Inland Drive exit, the Sullivan, and dump the body and get back to Milwaukee. And there's plenty of time for that to happen.
Now, police say that Zacco's cell phone was turned off the entire time, and there's no GPS in his car, so there's no way to say for sure that he went down that rural road in Jefferson County where her body was found. Reporting live at the courthouse, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News. Melinda?
All right, Nick, and that trial expected to last at least through the end of the week, so we'll expect more reports from you. Thank you. Well, the NL Division Series, here we go. It's set. The Brewers hosting the Colorado Rockies tomorrow. 12 News, Adrian Pedersen live from Miller Park, where the Brew Crew will be practicing later today. Adrian, we got to get our colors right. We've got to figure out how to rock the Brewers all week long now.
I know, you're right. I'm in bright pink today, but that'll change in the next few days. And you know, we're seeing quite a few people show up to the team store here to get their merch, but you heard it here first. They won't have the Brewers Rockies gear until tomorrow. We're also seeing crews put up these banners. They just finished this one really moments ago. So the Brew Crew will be working out here on the field from 4:30 to 5:30. The Cubs are done and the Brewers will face the Rockies. The field is ready. Crews painted NLDS on the field, upping the excitement here. It's the first time in 7 years the Brewers are in the playoffs. Let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule. So again, they play here at Miller Park tomorrow at 4:07 and again home on Friday. Then they'll head to Colorado to play Game 3 on Sunday. We are expecting to hear from Craig Counsell as well as Christian Yelich at about 4 today. So stay with us. We'll bring you all the Brew Crew updates throughout the day. Melinda.
All right. And I'm not any better. I'm in black. So we just have to get it together here. We will. We will. All right. Adrian Pedersen live at Miller Park. Thank you. Well, the very first game at Fiserv Forum is tonight. The Bucks kick off the preseason against the Chicago Bulls. Here we go. Bucks President Peter Feigin says he's as excited as he can be to see the fans experience the arena as he is to see the team take the court.
I'm excited for people to watch a basketball game. So, I mean, we built this arena with just unbelievable sight lines. So, like, how they enjoy it, I'm excited to just see behavior. Do you stay in your seat? Do you stay at a drink rail? Do you drink? What the whole thing is, and really start kind of exploring, like, the building we built.
Or all of the above. Tonight's game starts at 7 o'clock. Tickets are still available. Well, Dancing with the Stars eliminated another couple last night ahead. I hear from Danielle Umstead and Artem, her partner, to learn how they're feeling about their time they spent on the dance floor and how it's come to an end.
The Lakefront Marathon kicks off this weekend. I'm going to have a preview of the event and talk with a few people who are in a lot better shape than I am coming up on WISN 12 News.
Be the first to know when news breaks. Download the WISN 12 News app right now. Big story coverage. It's what makes WISN 12 News Milwaukee's news leader.
Let's go live to the scene.
First with breaking news.
These flames are spreading rapidly.
Taking you to the heart of the story. 12 News is there.
Parents are on high alert.
Watching WISN 12 News at 11 a.m.
Welcome back to 12 News at 11. Right now, hundreds of runners are in the middle of their final preparations ahead of the Lakefront Marathon this weekend. 12 News meteorologist Chris Swain live at Veterans Park right now with the Badgerland Striders, learning what it takes to run a marathon, which I know nothing about, Chris.
Hey, I'm with you, Melinda, but we're going to learn a little bit here today. I've never ran a marathon in my life before. Terry, how many marathons have you run in your life?
Lakefront Marathon on Sunday will be my 21st marathon.
Okay, so let me start with the basics. 21st marathon, how many miles are in a marathon? Pardon my ignorance.
26.2 miles.
Okay, so if I'm doing the math right, that is a lot of miles, right?
It is a lot of miles.
You, this is one of the places that the Lakefront Marathon ends, right? You guys start in Grafton, is that right? And then make your way down here. What's it like running in this area along the lakefront and going to those communities?
It's a great experience. It was my first marathon. It will probably be the last one I ever do if we get to that point. You get to start in the comfort of a nice high school. It's warm. You don't have to worry about a bathroom situation. And then you get to run down all the communities along the way. At times you're viewing the beautiful lake. When you finish, you're right here where everything is happening. There's a great party afterward. It truly is, after 21 marathons, yeah. This is really my favorite.
Oh, come on, Terry, you're talking about this. You got 21 more in you, right? I mean, we're only halfway, right? You just hit the marker.
Probably.
So what's it take? You've ran in bigger marathons like Boston, things like that. How does this compare to some of the more renowned marathons across the nation?
It's actually not that different in the sense that they're all hard. You're still running
you don't have to tell me, I'm sure.
They're all the same distance. They're 26.2 miles. Boston is probably a little bit tougher than this one. There is a net downhill for anybody who's still thinking that maybe they're going to sign up for Lakefront Marathon. I will tell you, it's a great one to do. You get a net downhill. When you finish, you have run more downhill than uphill. If you've done the training for a marathon, you barely even notice the uphills in this one.
There you go. So perfect. So see, Melinda, it's more downhill than uphill. 26 point. Well, we could probably do it, right?
Easy.
Maybe you. I know I can. Reporting live from Lakefront, Chris Swain, WISN 12 News.
No can do, but I am in awe. Right. I'm in awe, though, of all the people who can do it. So more power to them. Chris, thank you very much.
Yeah, we would have had to have started training before this morning.
Yeah, I think so. And probably not eating that donut.
Yes, but that downhill thing. At least toward the end, you know, as you're coming in toward the lake, maybe a little gravity will help.
Hopefully.
Well, early tomorrow in the 50s, and then as the clouds fill back in, we're going to be looking at a kind of a rainy Friday. So focus on the 80 for today. Storms this evening will be on Weather Watch, keeping a close eye. Breezy and cooler for tomorrow. Melinda?
All right, Sal. Breezy and cooler, not so bad. Temps are pretty mild. We like it. Thank you. Well, looking ahead to the weekend, Saturday is the second annual West Fleet Street Fall Festival. I'm joined now by Kira Wendell from the West Fleet Street Business Association for more on what the festival has to offer. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Sure. Thanks for having us on.
So if people want to go, what can they look forward to?
We have an amazing lineup this weekend. We have over 84 participants overall. We have live music. We have entertainment. We have a pumpkin pie baking contest where you can win $100 and a trophy that's going to include a hand-blown glass pumpkin from Aaron Krell of Square One Art Glass.
Okay.
So first place is $100 in a trophy. Second place is $50 in a trophy. So if you think you make the best pumpkin pie, bring it.
Okay. Do you get to judge?
I'm not going to judge, no.
Okay.
But we do have some guest judges. Actually, we have Lori.
Welcome back. The second couple of the season going home on Dancing with the Stars. Paralympian blind skier Danielle Umstead and her partner Artem were eliminated. And I spoke with the two today about their exit.
Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Oh, luck be a lady.
Well, grocery store Joe, the Bachelorette contestant, actually had the lowest score of the night with 17 out of 30, but those two are going home. Well, there is a new member of the dancing family. Dancing with the Stars Juniors premieres on Sunday, and I'm joined now by the judges of this brand new show, Emmy award-winning choreographer Mandy Moore, professional dancer Val, and Dancing with the Stars athletes champion Adam. Good morning to you all. Thanks so much for joining us. I love
Good morning.
it. How are you guys? How exciting is this new show gonna be?
So exciting. I really think that people are going to tune in and go, what am I watching right now? I mean, as we're working with these kids, we just think this is magic. I really think when people tune in, the whole family is going to enjoy seeing what these kids do week after week.
Very cool. And we've all enjoyed seeing all of you in your respective crafts. I mean, Mandy, you've been doing this a long time on a couple of other shows too. And Val, we love watching you. And Adam, you stole the show last season for your show. I mean, this is going to be jam-packed.
It's going to be incredible. It's so exciting. I'm honored to transition from, not just being a pro on Dancing with the Stars, but now being in the position of a judge on Dancing with the Stars Junior. So I'm really excited for the world to see these kids do their thing. I think it's great for dance. I think it's great for our society. I think it's awesome to see boys and girls, collaborate on something like this and build camaraderie together. I think it's great for the children of our, of the world to see kids work together. And so I'm excited for Sunday. I hope people tune in because I think people are going to love it just as much as we did.
Wow. Okay, so last question for you. How steep do you think the competition is? Because these kids are fierce.
Yes. Oh, for sure. They're definitely fierce. But you know what is the best part about it, I think, is that they all want to win, but they all are cheerleaders of each other.
Yeah. It's like whoever goes home, they're just like, yeah, that was awesome. Good job.
Oh, we cannot wait to watch it. It's going to be so exciting. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us on 12 News at 11. And again, Dance with the Stars Juniors premieres this Sunday, 7 o'clock, right here on WISN 12. Time now 11:27. A celebrity burglary sting. How police took in the suspects they say stole from Rihanna and other Hollywood stars. And the vice president is preparing to visit Wisconsin, where Mike Pence will be stopping in the Badger State. We'll be right back.
See more of the local stories important to you. Leading the way with important local coverage. You're watching WISN 12 News at 11 a.m.
Happening live right now, local fast food workers are going on strike. Their continued fight for a higher minimum wage and the right to unionize. Meantime, local Amazon workers have gotten their raise, but not everyone is happy. The concerns over the company's new minimum wage policy. And time is ticking down to the FBI's Friday deadline in the Kavanaugh investigation. How the president is being criticized for mocking the accuser. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Sally Severson. Sal, we had a little bit of cloudiness, a little sun, a lot going on.
Yes, in fact, we're delivering just all kinds of different weather over the next few days. We'll see temperatures climb up, fall back, climb up again, even into early next week. And today, keeping an eye on sky cover, temperatures, and the potential for a few storms later. Right now, 75 degrees. As we get a look, take a look at these highs today. We'll reach easily to just about 80 degrees. Stay dry for much of the afternoon, but this evening a cool front will begin to approach, and with it a chance for a few storms. Taking a quick look at Waukesha, we're at 73 degrees. We are dry across the board, and temperatures today near 80, but you can see we fall back into the 50s for tomorrow, and then 60s settle in for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before we start to warm up again early next week. Melinda, I think the cool front comes through tonight a little too late to give us a widespread outbreak of severe weather, but we could see some isolated stronger storms, so we're going to keep an eye on that.
Okay, good news. Not as much severe as we thought. All right,
That's right.
Thank you. Well, right now, dozens of fast food workers in Milwaukee are walking off the job. Let's get back to 12 News Eden Shekel live at North and Teutonia with the details. We see they're ready to go. They're there.
Yes, Melinda, it is pretty loud here. You can feel the energy. Take a look at all the signs here. Fight for 15 signs and T-shirts. And, of course, people saying, if we don't get it, shut it down. That is what they are chanting. I want to introduce you guys to Terrence Wise, who works at McDonald's. Terrence, why is it important for you to come out here today?
Well, it's important for all of us to be together because this is how we get things done in this country. Civil rights, in the civil rights movement, they weren't handed their rights. They had to organize and fight. Women in this country had to organize and win their rights. And if we're going to get a union and higher minimum wage, we've got to organize to win that.
You're talking about making $15 an hour, a minimum wage of $15 an hour. How would that help? How are you struggling financially now? Can you share that with our viewers?
Well, my family has experienced homelessness. We've had to skip meals. Even though I work 2 full-time jobs, it wouldn't make us rich. I wouldn't have a beachfront property, but I'd be able to take care of my kids and make sure they have all the necessities they need.
And how would unions help? How would that benefit you guys?
Well, not only do we need a wage, we need a union. You hear it in the news, and through Me Too. Unions help stave off sexual harassment, give us retirement plans, and
I'm
benefits.
I'm gonna have to cut you off. Thank you so much, Terrence. Again, they're gonna start in just a few minutes here. Melinda, I'll send it back to you.
You can tell that they are feeling exactly what they want there. So good to hear from him. And Eden, thanks for that live report. Well, those workers, again, calling for a raise in minimum wage. This comes just a day after Amazon announced it's raising its minimum wage to $15 an hour. Many employees, though, in Kenosha say they're angry about it. The reason? They say they're losing critical benefits and incentives. Those benefits include unpaid time off and free company stock. Longtime employees say they're also frustrated because this helps new workers more than them.
Slap in the face. They took away a lot of the good perks that we had, and now I'm just making 25 cents more than someone who just is going to get hired November 1st.
Are you going to stay with Amazon?
Not quite sure yet.
Well, you can read Amazon's full statement on the announcement and the workers' concerns on our website, WISN.com. Now to an investigation in Waukesha where police found 2 men dead inside of a home at University Drive in Albany Court. Waukesha police say they responded to this neighborhood for a welfare check, and when officers went into the house, they found 2 men dead. They have not said how they died, but say their deaths are suspicious. Police say they're not usually called to this neighborhood for investigations like this. A neighbor we spoke with said they called this a sad scene.
You got your everyday kind of little crimes and stuff like that, but you know, you don't expect death, and there's a lot of death in the big cities and around. You just don't want that kind of stuff coming to your neighborhood.
Now, police have not released the names of the 2 men who died. They had a truck taped off, and they believe it belongs to one of those 2 men. With possibly just hours left for the FBI to investigate sexual assault claims made against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, President Trump went on the attack. ABC's Lana Zak has more.
But I don't know.
At a campaign rally in Mississippi, President Trump supporters laughed and applauded as the president mocked Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, the person who says Judge Brett Kavanaugh sexually assaulted her while drunk at a high school party decades ago.
Upstairs, downstairs, where was it? I don't know. But I had one beer. That's the only thing I remember.
Those remarks not sitting well with one crucial Republican senator.
To discuss something this sensitive at a political rally is just not right. It's kind of appalling.
But Senator Flake on the Today Show hinted that Kavanaugh, who vehemently denies the allegations, may still have his support.
Even if no votes are changed in the end, to have a pause here and to actually have an FBI investigation gives us all more confidence in the process.
Dr. Blasey Ford's team is questioning the fairness of the investigation. They say the FBI has not interviewed her and is not returning her calls. And the White House is firing back, saying President Trump's comments were appropriate.
She's been treated like a Fabergé egg by all of us, beginning with me and the president. He's pointing out factual inconsistencies.
Also scolding the New York Times for releasing this letter from 1983. Kavanaugh telling his high school friends in advance of Beach Week they should warn the neighbors that we're loud, obnoxious drunks with prolific pukers among us. The White House says he has already acknowledged under oath that he drank underage, but his testimony implied otherwise.
The drinking age was 18 in Maryland for most of my time in high school and was 18 in D.C. for all of my time in high school.
The president's son, Don Jr., denied his father was mocking Blasey Ford, but her attorneys called it a vicious attack, and they asked, quote, is it any wonder that she was terrified to come forward? Lana Zak, ABC News, Washington.
Looking ahead, Vice President Mike Pence will visit Wisconsin next week. He's scheduled to attend fundraisers in Green Bay and Eau Claire for Governor Scott Walker on October 10th. This is video of the vice president's last visit to Wisconsin back in August for a fundraiser for Republican Senate candidate Leah Vukmir. This morning, Los Angeles police arrested 4 people in a sophisticated burglary operation targeting A-list celebrity homes. Police say the 4 suspects are behind bars and behind 24 break-ins, including burglaries for Rihanna and L.A. Dodgers Yasiel Puig. The police say the suspects used social media to target the celebs. The LAPD confiscated more than $50,000 in cash, jewelry, and other luxury items. Well, craft beer and exotic animals. The Milwaukee County Zoo hosting a beer sampling event this week. We've got a preview coming up next. Plus, the Lakefront Marathon is this weekend. Coming up next, we'll check in with Chris Swain, who's been learning what it takes to run 26.2 miles. That's all when 12 News at 11 continues.
Be the first to know when news breaks. Download the WISN 12 News app right now. 12 News this morning. Start your day with us. Plan with Sally's Forecast. Matt Salemi in News Chopper 12. Your weather, your plans, your news. WISN 12 News this morning. Weekdays 4:30 to 7 a.m. When it comes to fall weather, Milwaukee has it all. WISN 12's Mark Baden. He's Milwaukee's chief.
Mark Baden does keep me and my family safe.
No guessing. Looking ahead, the Lakefront Marathon is this weekend. Chris Swain live with the Badgerland Striders getting a preview. Have you figured out how you're going to run this thing, Chris?
I may drive it, Melinda. That's about the only way that I'm going to get through that marathon. But I have a couple people with me who have been training for this marathon. You say you're pretty much, Austin, already in half marathon shape at any time. You've ran this one before. Yeah. There's a big motivation that people can offer, right? There's a wall that you hit at about 20 miles. Correct. Can I say my personal wall would probably be at 2 miles? Okay. But for conditioned people like you can invite, or people are invited out to sort of cheer you guys on, right? Where's a good spot for that?
Anywhere near the last half, for sure. We need that motivation. Mile 20, Clody Park is often a great spot. Yeah. Or down at the lakefront right here, those last 3 or 4 miles. But yeah, near the end, especially when we're starting to hurt and we hit that wall, as it's called.
Yeah, and weather will be a big influencer here. Just today, for example, southerly wind wouldn't help you too much. You're hoping for a northerly breeze, cooler temperatures.
A headwind for the whole race wouldn't be great. North wind pushing us. Cooler temperatures help. Hot and humid like today isn't ideal, but hopefully weather will cooperate and give us a little bit of an edge.
Perfect. Thanks, Austin. And someone who's been training for this will be your first marathon, Danielle.
It will be.
What's the farthest you've run so far then?
Mileage per week or
in a single
20 miles.
20 miles.
Two 20-mile runs.
What does it take so far, or what have you the kind of training that you've been through to get up to this speed?
I guess several months. So I started back in May training for the marathon itself, and then I guess just building mileage per week, and then so you have two 20-mile runs usually in the training cycle, and then you start to taper, which we're at now. So
you guys are nuts. What's your PR then? What do you generally shoot for per mile for 26 miles time-wise?
For me, it's my first one, so I'm just trying to finish it.
Okay.
But I'm trying to finish it around 4 hours mark.
What would that be per mile then? Do you know?
9:10, 9:19-ish.
Yeah, I don't even think I could do that for one. How long have you been training for this? You said you ran a half back in May.
I ran a couple halves this year, and then so I've been training for a full year for the marathon itself, probably since May.
Perfect. This is the real deal. It's coming up pretty soon. Good luck to you. I hope that it goes well. It's incredible to hear some of the training that these guys have been through. Again, the marathon is this Sunday, October 7th. You can still sign up tonight for the 5K or for the full marathon. Reporting from the Lakefront, Chris Swain, WISN 12 News.
I don't even know if we can do the 5K, Chris. Just being honest, I don't think so.
No. Oh, I know so. I know I couldn't. There's no way. Nope.
I love it. All right, Chris, thank you. Gosh, they're so inspiring. 2 20-mile runs? Yeah, we are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Yeah, us mere mortals might be able to walk that 5K.
Or just watch it. Then I get tired.
Yes, exactly. I'll be happy to meet him at Clody Park and, say hello. But weather should be pretty good for the marathon. I'm thinking somewhere in the low to mid-60s, and it looks dry to me during the day on Sunday with rain approaching again Sunday night. So good luck to everyone in that marathon coming up Sunday. Now, here's a quick peek. Our camera mounted at Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, getting a look at the 3rd Ward. We have temperatures fairly consistent between about 73 and 75 at this hour. You can see our sky. It's just beautiful. Adrian posted a picture on Twitter of the beautiful sky with the sun coming through. It's 75 degrees. We do have sun coming through the cloud deck. However, we will be looking at increasing clouds a little bit later today and for tonight. So we have these sort of seesaw highs and a tale of 2 seasons. Today feels like summer. Tomorrow it feels like fall once again. And there is rain off and on in the forecast through Monday. Not all day rains. Well, with the exception of Friday, it looks pretty wet. But we will be looking indeed at chances for rain each and every day. So cloud deck is broken here in the east, a little thicker to the west, and a few showers pivoting just to the north and into southeast Minnesota at this point. I still think for the most part we are dry this afternoon. Warm front will continue to lift north. I do think we get to between 75 and 80. I'm awaiting that last update from the Storm Prediction Center. Enhanced risk of severe weather. I think this is where the rough weather is going to be later this afternoon, very early tonight. In a window 3:30 to maybe 6:30 or 7. There is a slight risk for severe weather, and it does include portions of southern Wisconsin through the evening hours. Our impact, if we get some isolated stronger storms, damaging gusty winds, hail, and what I'm most concerned about would be some heavy rainfall. You can see where the warm air is, 85 in St. Louis at this hour. It's October. So look at the storms in the north lining up 4:30, 5 o'clock for this afternoon. For us, 7:30, starting to see a few showers. It's a little disorganized, as you can see. This is now at 9 o'clock. It's after sunset. We've lost some support. Continues to move off and away. We will then start to look at cooler air filtering in on north breezes. This is tomorrow at lunchtime. We'll see some sun tomorrow. It looks like a nice day before the clouds make a big comeback late in the day tomorrow and tomorrow evening, setting the stage for a wet Friday. So for today, it's a drier afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy skies, near 80 degrees. The trend then as we push into the evening, chances for showers and storms, a few could be strong, breezy and cooler tomorrow with highs at 59.
But then next week, 76 again.
76 and yes, mid-70s for Monday and Tuesday.
The Milwaukee County Zoo is opening its doors to beer lovers. I'm joined by Tyler and Katie from the Zoological Society to find out more about Zoo Brew. Now, this is something we can wrap our heads around. I love it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks, appreciate it.
So what can people expect about all of this? This is sounding really cool.
Yeah, so basically it's one of our fundraisers for the year. Zoological Society does a lot throughout the year, so it's a huge tasting opportunity all inside the zoo, so it's kind of a great, unique opportunity to mingle around some of our animals and everything like that too. So we have 28 beer vendors that'll provide about 135 or so tasting opportunities, as well as 17 food vendors. So
you're getting your food and your drink all in one.
Definitely.
Excellent. And this is such an important mission for the cause. It's been pretty successful in years past, too, right?
Yeah, this is our 9th year. Last year we raised about $39,000 for the Zoological Society. And the Zoological Society is a nonprofit organization, and we're here to help support the zoo, but also conservation efforts locally and globally, and education efforts as well.
So what's your favorite thing about all of this, would you say?
I personally, we have a roving accordion player. And nothing feels more just October. You're outside in one of the areas. There's like a beer garden, roaming accordion player. It's just fun.
That does sound fun. And again, for a good cause, we've got the beer glasses here. And these tastings, they kind of run the gamut from what you can try.
Yeah, like I said, we have 28 different beer vendors. Just to name a few, we have City Lights, Great Lakes, Liney's. There's a ton of different opportunities. So
excellent. And so, what are you guys looking forward to the most in trying to get this out there and people coming in and experiencing this amazing event?
It's just a great, what I love about it too is just you get to just taste a little bit of everything. So a little bit of beers, a little bit of that, just camaraderie, the zoo. Just get the message out there. You can still come tomorrow when the doors open. So still come on, watch part of the Brewers game and then come afterwards and enjoy some tastings.
Yeah, I love it. Excellent. And again, can we do a virtual cheers? There's nothing in these glasses.
Nothing in there.
Right? Cheers to that. Excellent. And again, tomorrow, 7 to 10 at the Milwaukee County Zoo. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We will be right back with a final check with weather with Sal.
I run my own insurance business.
Constance Wu and Jessie James Decker is showing us her secret recipe that keeps her fit and is full of flavor.
We get some food today. Yeah, we're going to see you right here next for a great GMA day.
All right, guys, see you then. Thank you. Looking ahead, the first nationwide test of the wireless phone emergency alert is in just a little over an hour. Expect presidential alert on your cell phone. That's at 1:18 p.m., so don't forget. And the new Taverner at Turner Hall opens today. Restaurant managers call us the newest incarnation of the historic Turner Hall Ballroom. Looking forward to it. That opening coincides with the first ever Bucks game at Fiserv Forum. How exciting. Go Bucks. Preseason game against the Bulls at 7 o'clock tonight. Very exciting to see how that all pans out.
There is so much fun going on right now.
Truly.
Brewers, with all the sports. Yes.
Packers.
Yeah, everything. Just gearing up. And we're looking at a summery kind of day, perfect for the boys of baseball. I'm glad they have the day off for today. We're looking at a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures are warming nicely. Already 77 degrees. We're thinking right around 80 or so today. Now, clouds, as you can see, accompanying that warm front in the western part of the state. I do think we become a little cloudier. Now, there is a chance for showers and thunderstorms this evening. I'm thinking after 7, 8, 9 o'clock for us. Rough stuff looks to line up in central and northern Wisconsin, Melinda, but we could still see some locally heavy rainfall and a few stronger storms, so we'll be on weather watch.
That temperature drop is steep.
59 is my forecast high tomorrow, and that may be a little too warm.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Okay, so I didn't push the sweaters back too far in the closet.
You'll still need it, but you can lose it again by Monday.
Okay. Weather in Wisconsin.